So this year in 2016 I attended the Thai Fruit Fest in Chiang Mai, and all in all I would say it was a positive experience. I got to meet a whole lot of interesting people, had a lot of delicious Thai food, a lot of green curries, also got to try out a whole lot of interesting and exotic Thai fruits. And so those were three of the highlights I would draw from my experience in Thailand this year. However, that does not mean to say that all the experiences were positive. I had a couple of negative experiences too, and one of them really stands out for me. And I'd like to share that experience because I think a lot of people could learn from the experience, and I really wouldn't want anyone to have to go through that experience again.
I haven't really spoken about it to anyone, and the reason for that is that I really didn't want to create yet more drama to be part and parcel of the Thai Fruit Fest in Chiang Mai. But lately there's been a whole lot of drama that's surfacing, and so I realize now that whatever I say, whatever experience I share with people around the Thai Fruit Fest is now rather insignificant in comparison to the other drama that has been exposed.
So one of the days we attended a meetup or a potluck in the park in Chiang Mai, and there were about 70 people attending that potluck or that gathering in the park. People were just socializing, chatting, doing a bit of yoga and handstands, that sort of stuff, acro yoga, and enjoying their fruits. And at one point, some gentleman came to speak to me, and he mentioned that he thought I was a person who he'd been communicating with online, and I quickly disabused him of that notion, and we continued to chat for a short while thereafter. However, I did notice he was looking at me rather strangely, and I knew I had seen that particular expression, that way of looking at a person before, but I couldn't quite place it at the time. And but over time, I came to draw my conclusions, and I realized that he was looking at me as in the same way as some women look at me when they want to have my babies. You see, he was undressing me with his eyes, and I felt terribly uncomfortable. I felt compromised or exposed. It really is disturbing. To this day, I sometimes wake up crying.
The person who was undressing me with his eyes turned out to be someone I didn't even know who it was at the time. I later worked out, or I was later told who it was that came to introduce themselves to me. Turns out it was Nikocado Avocado, and I more recently learned that he has a boyfriend. So if he was talking to me and by the looks of things trying to undress me with his eyes, was he looking to do the dirty on his boyfriend while he was away? This is very troubling for me. First off, because that's not something you should be doing. And second off, don't undress people with your eyes. I was deeply troubled, and to the point that sometimes I cannot compose myself when I think about that situation. And I'd just like it if all of you who watch this could do me a solid and buy my ebook. I'll include a link down below. And there's only really one real reason why I'm sharing this, is because I don't want this to happen to anyone else ever again. It was too troubling, too disturbing, and I don't see how I could go through it again. And as a result, I don't want anyone else to ever have to experience this. And vegan cheater, if you're listening, let's hype this story up real big, because the more people, the more views I get on this story or this video, the greater the chance that these people will be buying my ebook.